welcome everyone to Ames, Iowa, home of Iowa State. And these Cyclones have been looking to gather strength all morning long. The Bears will kick it away first. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Iowa State's offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and anytime this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Cyclones decide to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So the Baylor Bears offense has its first opportunity of the day. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. He leaves it with his back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First down here for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Lee. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. We'll punt this one away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw out this route.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Complete with conviction on the crosser. At midfield, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off play action on first down. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Porter. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between.
Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the ground game. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! You have to imagine we're going to see a bit more of these designed runs as this game goes on.
No doubt. This is a guy that can run it. He can throw it. So what do I do? How do I stop it? Do I play pass? Do I play run? I mean, it's very frustrating to try to stop this kind of guy. And you see the explosive capabilities in making it happen on his own.
Bringing it back. And the returner is stopped. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll run it from the gun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Fights off a defender. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They're trying to get to it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Simpson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances. Third downs. Having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Feeling some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Got his man on the right. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. They're going to run it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Fair catch called for and made. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Hawkins. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Baylor!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now on 1st down from the 28. The run from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Gets it to the back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They're working that left side. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Slams it ahead. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the kicker delivers to 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Coming after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The freshman able to get home with the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On the ground, it's Lee. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Ames. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
And the Cyclones will boot it away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Line gets set, first down. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Crosses to 40. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bears! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, we know this offense can score points in a variety of ways. You saw it in the first half, and here we go in the second half. They're explosive. They've got playmakers all over the field, and they waste no time putting up another touchdown.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury for defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The RPO, it's complete. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to pass, it's Hawkins. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Vanderbilt. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle. It's Ashmore. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll operate out of split backs. Give to the running back. Turns it on in midfield. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Finds space on the right. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Great move there. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa State. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Might as well give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Touch pass on the right. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, He still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. After the run, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. All wideouts, no backs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They want to throw it. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's second and goal. They go to the ground, and he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they
throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give on the inside. Still running at the 40. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Still looking, on the move. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Baylor! And the pummeling has started. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
37, Iowa State, 11.
Here he comes with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He wants to throw, using the quick game.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again. Or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
The Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on 1st down. Right down the middle. He's got it. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Cyclones with the 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. We reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Snagged in the middle, it's Gentry. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll give it to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.